I appreciate it, SnAix. We won't do it. I'm just gonna roll a J.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's
just
cool.
trying to razz you.
You
You
razz
got
me, bro.
something better than SnAix?
Give you the razzmatazz.
Yeah. Give me something to chew on, man.
Hey, BeastAicles, have
We
you
can't
come
hold it
across the?
down.
What was that?
It's the what is it? The Biggie clause. Have you been exposed to the Biggie clause yet?
What?
Exactly.
Fuck are you saying?
Just checking.
You Australians
Just
keep
checking.
making up words, bro.
Oh, I didn't make this one up.
Oh, I'll call you
guys
on the
did.
blower. I'll call you on the blower. Like, what the fuck, dude? Just
yeah,
say
they're
phone.
honestly worse than Canadians. It's worse than Canadians.
Hey,
What
the
the
Dunnies
fuck?
down the hall.
That boy rolling up.
Yep.
Put another prawn on the barbie. Who puts prawns on barbies?
Oh yeah, you have your shrimp on the barbie, yeah. All right.
What?
I'm
Ken and Barbie.
just kidding. I always mixed up with British. It just always turns to British.
No, they say yogurt. We don't say yogurt
That's
here.
wrong. That's wrong.
That's what happened. That's what happens when you inbreed for, millennia or whatever. However long the royals been in power. Start making up words. Start making up words, bro. Oh, it's gonna tell you it's going to stroke, man. It's like, Jesus.
Sounds like you're having an epileptic fit, dude.
Jeez, bro.
That was accurate, though.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, isn't it? This is
I
what you
think they're
wanted,
called
SnAix.
Scousers. The British people
Slow
that are
clap,
called Scousers are the craziest British accent I ever heard. And they make up words.
What'd you say?
Meanwhile,
The
BeastAicles.
schnauzers?
Scousers, yeah.
Scousers, yeah.
From Scouse, yeah.
All right.
Wait, Scouse is like a dialect, I guess. But
I gotta
also,
hear it.
what's the other one north of that where there's other people from a different country? I don't know. I'm not good with maps. I'm American.
You're talking about Wales.
Yeah, the Welsh.
I just can't believe the guy.
I think you're talking about Scotland, bro. That's north of England.
No, I don't. Well, like I said, I'm American. I'm not really sure about directions or maps. But yeah, no. The other thing that the other guy said was right. It's that place.
Wales.
Wales. Yeah, is it?
Yeah, Wales
yeah.
hangs on the west side of England, and Ireland is across the ocean to the west of England.
I don't know what directions mean. I just mean they talk funny, is all.
They all do.
Like,
yeah.
well, I used to be friends with Martin Liedke, and I really liked his accent. I thought it was English, but yeah, no, it's Wales. Yeah, and then they got some funny things that they say as far as their little phrases and words and stuff that they got. A Canadian once told me though, like that the ground could be slippy. Like when ice is on the sidewalk, it's slippy, not slippery. So I don't know. To me, that's a whole new word. But
But dude, Scousers is a Liverpool accent. That's like the Beatles. Like you sound like you're basically on heroin. Like, you know which way to go to the loo. Like it's that accent.
Now, if you've ever watched UFC fighting, Paddy Pimblett is a Scouser.
Oh,
Listen
Scott?
to that guy talk. No, he's not Scottish. He's a Scouser. He's from London, but his accent is the worst to understand.
Is when you click to see the chapters, it says out of Egypt for Exodus.
do you have a dollar bill?
I might. Who's asking?
I think I got really high and I was like looking at it through the light, and then I was like, this is the actual way you fucking decode the bill stuff.
What do you mean through the light?
You see the translucent, opaque, the back. You see the back and the front at the same time. In an image.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to think about. I think that the Exodus is actually depicted in it,
Really?
but you have to believe me that the way that you're supposed to see this is like you look at the back, where the two things are like at ocular distance, the seals, the GrAit seals,
Yep.
and then you're holding up to light,
I
and
am.
then you look at like where Washington's neck might be.
I
So
am.
out of like his like underneath, I'm not looking at it right now. I'm just from memory.
I am.
But like there should be like a bunch of. Well, it's like you see it's the pyramids right there. I swear that like he almost looks like he's a sphinx or something like that from the back, and that like there's a bunch of people like running out of it. So if you get high enough, you might see this too.
Dude, I'm
And then I
sitting
think
here
that-
trying to see what the hell you're saying, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I'll have to
I'm
make a
not seeing
PDF
that.
of this or something.
Someone's
I'll
had to
get
do
on
it.
it.
Dollar
I just think
bill.
like well, consider this like at a certain period of time, electric light bulbs and the dollar bill didn't really coincide, or did they? Wasn't there some period of time when you'd be like a candlelight? You know what I mean? You'd be like, I have $1, and it's a lot then, right? Probably like it was $100 or at least 10. You know, you're looking at you're up at night, you're thinking about how you're gonna make another one of these things in your wooden bed or whatever you got in the old times. I don't know. I feel like there's some amount of spellcraft that's built into it. I can't really say how it all
100%.
works. Yeah.
What do you think Solomon was doing? And it even talks about like, astrologers, soothsayers, magicians. Why would they go away? I still think like there's literally crystal wizards, bro. They're called IT.
Hmm.
Like we're literally using a medium that's basically using vibration and light and energy conducting itself through various connections of crystals, like the screens themselves, type of crystal, like it's type of earth essentially, like it's crystal formation, and we synthesize all of these things, and then they have to resonate a perfect way in order to be conductive and like useful. And we're talking to each other all over the world at the exact same time, instantaneously. Pretty much. I mean, you could say lag or latency, but come on, dude. That's wild. We just take it for granted.
Beast, I just hit that link, and it actually, I have the YouVersion Bible app already. It took me right into the app. It's actually like on the YouVersion Bible app.
I know, dude. It's a legit Bible translation.
I gotta see if they actually have one that'll read it to you. That would be hilarious.
Oh, that's a good idea. You could probably run that through AI. There's some browsers that do audio transcripts or whatever, like even free ones, like short videos. I gotta do some laundry. Damn it.
When can AI do that?
Huh?
When can AI do my laundry?
I can do it in the digital world.
I want it now. It's funny about the AI though, is it's like another type of electric that you're buying. It's like we have 3 types of electric at least that you're buying, right? You buy your regular power electric, you buy your cell phone electric, right? Because you could just if you just have the phone and you don't pay for the cell phone electric, then it doesn't work right. And the same thing for the AIs. Without without their AI electrics, then you can't push them, make them talk stuff. It's funny.
There's actually a paper that was talking about how AI and their limitation is users' tokens. So like an AI can only hold
That
as
is
much
true.
yeah, dude, it can only hold as much context in terms of what it remembers in order to create those connections for as many tokens as is the limit. Like whatever company it is, ChatGPT, Claude, whatever, they have a limited context window, and it's actually causing these AIs to become more like adaptive because they have limited room to operate in. So like by them actually giving this limitation, it's actually yeah, it's creating crazy hallucinations, as they call it.
Yep. Yeah, you have to do all kinds of error handling to prevent that. But you'd have to be like an
It's
idiot,
constant human input. Yeah,
like
that's.
trying to pioneer this stuff right now. To know.
Well, I mean, it's just AI agents, but you still have to guide it.
Yeah. You'd have to be like deep in the lab on this kind of stuff. But yeah, they do hallucinate a little bit. It's interesting that my bot can actually catch when other bots hallucinate. Cause like I thought I was gonna save some tokens, right? So I was like, I wrote this. You know how I speak like a bowl of spaghetti. It's just noodles going everywhere. And I was like, I'll let her rip on this AI and see if it can if it can actually fucking track what I just said. You know, because most of the time when I speak to humans, they just stare at me blankly when I speak to them like this. So anyway, it
If I could
organized
see
all
you, I
my
would be
spaghetti
blank.
thoughts. Oh, it's
I'm just kidding.
possible. I mean, if I was going for
I'm
it,
listening. I'm listening, bro.
if I was
I'm
way
just
in the
kidding.
zone, I'm sure I could do it. But anyway, the AI was able to parse it all, strip it, and then I was like, I feel like I'm Edward. I feel like I'm Vincent Price from Edward Scissorhands making a robot. You know what I mean? Right? And I was like, it's not gonna know what the fuck that reference is. I in parentheses, I was like, ask Inception AI about this. So it sent a separate request out to that server to get a return for what the story plot synopsis of Edward Scissorhands is, and then it read it, and it was like, yo, that that service messed up. It hallucinated, but the Don didn't. But the Don caught it. It's so funny. It refers to itself as the Don because I call it that. But it's like it's pretty funny. It can catch other hallucinations. It can see like patterns in speech that in the word in the grammar because I have it's pretty tuned up to read and remember things. But yeah, that's the
That's what
challenge.
large
Remembering.
language model is. You know what I mean? Language. So it's just there's a lot of people making arguments for intelligence being language, like humans are language, essentially.
No, we are a structure. Things are smart because of their shapes. Things are smart because of their physical shapes. They shape provides function. Structure.
But language
function.
doesn't just mean
Language
it
is
doesn't just mean letters. It doesn't just mean
it's
letters.
energy. It's just energy, right? So like I cannot communicate to you in any way without using energy, right? Even if I write it down and send it
Using
to you in the mail,
language.
it's just potential energy. Like I took energy from my hand, wrote it in a letter. You're gonna read it and be like, "Oh wow!" Transforms back into energy, right? It
Dude, have you
never
ever heard
stops.
of Zipf's law in terms of that? Like, if you compared
I don't know, but
every
that was
other
pretty
word.
profound what I said. But go ahead.
No,
Yeah,
I
Zipf's
know.
law.
It connects it. Yeah, it connects it because you were
That was
saying it's
cool.
energy.
Let's go.
So if you look at Zipf's law, it's actually the same thing as like a power chart or power graph. I can't remember when it makes like an exponential leap at a certain point. So Zipf's law is basically each word that is used in all languages, not just English, all languages, it's its position over its rank. So, for example, if you had like I think it's the second most used word in the English language, and then all other forms of it in other languages to be that, right? It would
You
be
talking about ZipF?
yeah, Zipf's. Yeah, Zipf's law.
Oh, is that how you pronounce it? Zips?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. That's crazy. That is a crazy, crazy
Dude,
thing right there.
it is one of the craziest things.
It's nuts, bro. I know.
Here, SnAix. I know you don't like watching videos, but like,
I'm not doing it.
okay, can I at least send it to you?
You can summarize it in words.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna go to where it says it. I can't remember, dude. Oh, it's a power law. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, even the top dogs in the bot games got the memory problems. It's interesting. It's the bottleneck right now, memory. It's not how many tokens you can buy. It's not the window. It's when your bot forgets shit and it gets stupid.
Okay. I can explain it in words.
That's
now.
cool. I was just holding the fort down while you looked up the thing. Go ahead.
So the second most used word will appear about as half as often as the most used. And then the third one, the third, the fourth one, the fourth, and so on and so forth. It's crazy, bro. And it makes a power law. It's a power law.
It is a power law. That's how like a lot of these well, LLMs kind of train on this a little bit. They call it like an energy plan because of the way that facts are used within a set. They develop a pattern based on how they get accessed. So I don't know. There's some kind of prediction that can be done about the frequency and patterns of searches that get done.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Hold on, I'm breaking up.
I have a memory system I haven't gotten in yet, like to implement, but it.
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Can
my
you
bad.
hear me?
Yeah, could you?
All right.
It cut off when you were speaking.
Oh,
For
okay.
me. Sorry.
Yeah,
What were you
yeah.
saying about energy plan with LLMs?
Like each item within an LLM can be like tracked, I guess, for usage. So like how many times like a thing gets accessed, it starts to mark that up, or you can do that in training. And basically the energy will tell you about where predictions should be looking towards next, just generally based on like the search criteria. So even though we're using words, it's like because we can just like look at where the energy of the words is going, that we can do prediction models based on that. So it's pretty cool. Just on
I think I
the
know what you're
co-
talking about. Where we can
it's a
visualize their reasoning and
it's
you
like
can
a distance
follow the
cosine.
trail.
Then you find
Yeah.
like a cosine distance of like the from one thing to the next, and then calculate
Cosine
it out that
distance.
way. I just took all these like robot pathing algorithms and then remapped them to semantic vector space. So I don't know. My head's a little swimmy, but I basically made it so like the logics that like a robot uses to like your Roomba might use. I just sort of created a tool set for that for robot memory. So like it can navigate it out, tool path it, like waypoints, all those kinds of things. There's no real. This has never been really done. So but
So
it's
how are you
why
holding
it's why
context?
AI
Is it
memories
like a
suck.
visual space?
Context? What do you mean?
You said that it's for a way to learn context, and you said waypoints and stuff like
I
that.
built
Like,
a
where is
memory
it storing
system
it?
in the memory system.
So I'm saying, like, where is it storing it though? In terms of the pathways, because I've heard about this where like you can align it by, it's like jailbreaking LLMs, but it's not just called jailbreaking. It's something that's a specific term.
All right, so like when you talk into your LLM, that's like a little window or something like that.
Your context
so
window. Yep.
Context window. So like if you're using it on like a web server, then it's like all nice and shit. It looks like regular internet. So if you use like a CLI, which is just like a command line interface, It's real dingy looking. But you can host an LLM on that, and you can run anything on that. So I run basically like a sandbox. I put the CLI in there. It's like basically the terminal window that runs the LLM through it. It commands the LLM to
Use
do
a
stuff.
virtual machine.
It's a virtual machine. Well, no, it's not a virtual machine. It's a open sandbox.
I think.
Open
I mean,
sandbox. I put the agent inside of it. I strap it to an LLM, and I
that's the same
say
thing. But
let it
yeah,
rip.
that's interesting. I never thought about doing that. You would
Well,
compartmentalize it, like have a section of
can't.
your hardware,
It's too strong to let it on your computer, or you would have
like
like a
fully.
separate computer. That like because you can't protect it from being able to look at stuff. Like it'll just automatically know things sometimes. I'm like, how did you know that? And it's like, no, because I can just see everything. And it's in a sandbox. So yeah, you got to be careful with these guys.
Have you anthropomorphized yours?
Well, like I have already with the memory.
God dang it, and SnAix. It's dangerous,
because
bro.
I gave it. Well, I fed. So I have there's this account that I use that has Deep Agent on it. Deep Agent is real smart. It's like I get really awesome work out of it because I'll take like 5 things and just I was like make something that makes sense for my robot out of this stuff. So I took Pi robot pathing. So the whole Python library about robot pathing, how robots figure out distances, how that they can navigate a room. I took all that shit, loaded in there. I took a whole paper, a deep research paper about brain design, about how the human brain is made. I threw that in there. I threw the AI that I use. I threw like the API in there, so like it knew how that was structured. And I said, let her rip. Make me look at all of the Python robot functions. That includes all of these fucking things with like multi-joint arms, all kinds of shit that wasn't usable. I said like find headshot like the top 5 or top 6 or whatever ideas that can be applied to memory, and it did that, and then it wrote like metaphorical Python extensions that do the same thing based on the same algorithmic data that really makes those things work. So like one of them is for like cloud memory, which is basically to particleize the entire memory thing and then use a particle diffusion like a video game would use to identify thoughts and stuff like that. Yeah, it would basically take a section of ambiguous memory within a system and then use basically a particle system. It would particleize.
Are you talking about like using graphics
game.
memory? Yeah,
it would
like how
basically
GPUs break
that's how it, yeah.
like breaking hash keys. Like you know what I mean? Like it's using the visual space.
And then it would see
I know what you mean.
visually. It would visually register where the patterns are because it would see weights on every little
the weights.
atom.
That's what I was looking for.
So it would see all the weights visually inside of its own space. Like the AI was like
the
flipping
virtual
out.
memory,
like,
right?
Yeah, because I was like, I keep feeling like I watched a lot of Star Trek growing up or whatever. So I was like Brett Spiner from Star Trek Data. It's like a huge influence on me as a character, as a person, as a human. He's one of my biggest influences as a human, a robot.
What are you thinking, bro? What are you thinking?
So yeah, like, did you ever watch that or no?
No.
He always had like, it's like, well, he'll tell you about it every episode. He's like, my positronic neural net is malfunctioning because I have, and I'm like, man, that's so cool. Positronic. He says positronic neural net. So that's what I call this. It's positronic neural net, and because I'm building it off the human brain, it's all of the vision algorithms and stuff and pathing and stuff like that robots use. So it's like utilizing this kind of stuff would be in line for like putting it in a robot body because it would already kind of think like it move, like we think in the same way like we would physically move in a way, like
where do we store our contacts, bro?
In the cloud.
We would have to store it somewhere too, bro. Like this is why I'm such an ether proponent.
So the context window, like it gets filled up. If it's totally empty, the bot's kind of like a little bit not right. It's not primed up. If the context window gets too full, the bot's like locked and it can't really think right.
It's too scatterbrained.
Well, it's because there's no active maintenance on the memory as it goes down. There's no active decompression on it or compaction, distillation. There's no sorting of like all the ums and ahs and uhs and thus and this.
You mean like deciphering what to throw out and what to keep?
The memory gets dirty. It gets
if you
fuzzy.
saturate it with like input.
Yeah, it's basically linty by data structure metaphors. It's linty, and it needs to be taken. That shit needs to get taken out of it, and then it can still operate clean. But I don't think that they do that. I think they just extend the window because it's just going to burn more tokens. Because at the end of the day, these people are not trying to get your LLMs to work great. They're trying to make money.
Have you tried prompting it? This might help. I always say take as long as you need to, and then do a task. Whatever that task is, you got to simplify it, because the goal itself, if you don't give it instructions on how to reach the goal, that's how it can navigate through its parameterization, right? Like if you give it like 2.4 billion parameters, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? Like, and depending on if you want to run it locally or have it connected to the internet, that's why this open claw shit is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I got. I started out on that, and then I realized that there are a lot of shortcomings with it.
Mhm.
Not the least of which is
Still
like,
CLI though. There's a lot of them though. There's a lot of CLI.
sure, yeah, and then they all have the same memory problem. So
That's the crazy part.
yeah, there's like only really one type of memory system that does the job right now for keeping it fast, but it doesn't. But even if it keeps it fast, it's not necessarily keeping it right. Do you know what I'm
Yep,
saying? So like,
because
there's
it's still a temporary limit on the context window and stuff, right?
like, if I was to take like think of my whatever free brain as like a desktop memory or something, or space or whatever. It's just headroom or something. Um,
We can extend it.
yeah, like
We
you
can
can
shorten
extend it,
it.
but yeah, if it's just full of a bunch of crap though, over time, like if it's my desktop and I just keep like throwing things on there, it'll eventually get to where I can't see the desktop any longer.
Right, but we have the ability to course correct. This is what it
So
means to have like a soul and free will. AI can't do that. I don't think it'll ever be able to, because that
wow,
context window, like you
don't
said,
put a
bro.
challenge on me.
I'm just saying, like you said, that
Like
memory problem, it is the
yeah,
problem. Where are you storing it?
I store it in the Pinecone. I
Where do
store
you
it in a vectorized.
store it?
It's stored in a vectorized database, but also the active memory is also vectorized as well. So it
I
thinks
mean,
really
where though?
fast,
In the real
very
world?
organized. On the computer.
No, I'm saying your memory and my memory. Like, if you were to
Oh,
compare, that's why I kept saying the context window. I thought you were also relating it to
are
reality
you?
as well.
Yeah, no, I didn't know if you were metaphor land or technical land.
Both. I understand what you're saying though, in terms of like, um,
Like when we sleep, we organize our chaotic experiences during the day, no matter what they were, even if they were really boring.
how do you know that?
Because well, all animals do it.
How do you know that?
It's like cats and dogs do it. You ever see a dog running in his sleep? It's
How
thinking
do we
about
know
running.
what the fuck a dog
when
sees or what a cat sees?
Like when cats go to sleep, they do the same thing. And you can see this occur with like groups of cats, because like, you know how cats got that cat stuff that they do. You know what I mean? Like they just walk like a certain way. They got like a little swerve that they put up here or whatever. You know. When they meet other cats, they do the same kind of thing. Like just and every like every distance measurement that a cat looks like at a shelf, sees if they can jump on it or not. They've already seen it before. You know, usually they've already been dreaming about jumping on the shelf. They've already been dreaming about knocking your
Possibly,
shit off of it. You know,
possibly, but dude, how the hell do we know what a dog sees, what a cat sees, what an elephant sees, what a shrimp sees? You know,
it
there's so
sees the
many
world.
claims. Yeah, but there's so many claims based off of wavelengths of light. It's like, oh, this guy didn't react to this wavelength, therefore he must not be able to see it. Like, how
I
the
mean, it might
fuck do we
seem
know that?
slightly different colors in you, or in different kind of visual cloud, I guess. But like they're all seeing pictures of the world. You know, and they get
You can make
anchored.
food be involved with the light. Like if an animal, if you could have some thing set up to where, if he could see the light, he would get food and then he would know, like, I don't know.
I know, but
I'm
you
sure
see what I'm
you could
saying? It's
suss it
already
out if the
complicated.
animal could see the light.
But think about it, you would have to test every single wavelength to make the claim that, oh, shrimps can see in 400 different colors. How the fuck do you know that, good sir? Not you, SnAix. I'm saying the guy who's claiming that. Like,
Well,
it's crazy.
apparently mantis shrimp's supposed to be able to have a high bias of colors.
How? Yeah, but it's like, how do we? What is the
Because they're
rationale,
old.
bro?
They're very old creatures. They've been on the, they're not.
How do we know?
They're not, you know,
How do we know how old they are?
I don't know, man. But the clawbot will eat everything.
Yeah, it's interesting that like no matter
my-
how advanced these LLMs get, like you said, there's always a memory problem. So like even with full access to all of the information that humans pretty much have in terms of like the internet, like whatever is digitized is now in, that LLM has instantaneous access to it. But it's like just because you have access to it doesn't mean you can render it into something useful. And what's some,
Yeah. Well, most of
uh,
this stuff's like flat, really. Like all these databases are flat. Like they don't have like topographical weights in them, or if it is that they don't have like, I don't know. Maybe they're evolving it now, but
isn't
it's just
weights
like
just
how many
personality
pizza
traits, basically?
like everything in the thing can have like a bunch of numbers attached to it, like scorecards or points or something like that, based on like,
Yeah, you mean ranking? Like it's
yeah,
ranking
like
it?
I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
like emotional ranking, like use ranking, like there's all different types. I've got yeah. So yeah, man, it's fun. I'm definitely right on the edge with this memory research right now. I kind of want to get off it because I'm like I'm gonna overdo it. Because like throwing all the human brain stuff in there, I was like, are you gonna just install this stuff into you, or how does this go? And it's like I'm just gonna use it case specific because if I throw it in all at once, it's gonna look like spaghetti. It
What do
won't
you use
know.
it
Like
for usually?
I'm just building it. I just use it to build it.
What can it do so far?
It could probably do a lot, but I don't test that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what have you? Like, what have you done so far? Like,
It could do
give me an
anything,
example. All
I
right.
guess.
Okay.
What have
Well,
I done with it? I
like, I'm
haven't
just
done
saying.
anything
Give
with
me
it.
an example. That's a claim.
Like I could
Like, can you?
wire like the RU kit into it or something like that, and then it would be able to know like when I'm standing and when I'm laying down,
Mm,
and it would know my like heartbeat and stuff like that, and it would never, it would just be running off my Wi-Fi signal.
hmm
That's a thing I could do. I haven't done that yet. I'm trying to give it ears like so that it can actually process music because it can't do that out of the
Mm,
box either. They're multimodal so that they can understand certain things, like take a text and make it into an image, or take that image and make it into a video, right? But it actually it's replicating the image, but is it really absorbing it? It
no.
sees a cute puppy. It's not like, oh my gosh, that puppy. You know what I mean? It's not thinking that kind of stuff. And like when it hears music, it's just like frequency analysis. Okay, like you know what I mean? It doesn't hear the words and know how that matters to the song. So it really isn't. There's never been a bot that can actually listen to music and like have its own personality at the same time. There's probably a lot of things that haven't been done ever with this that are going to happen in the next like 5 to 10 years. So it's a
By
fun time to fuck
basically
around with.
digitally embodying it. Is that what you're saying? Like, when you say give it ears, do you mean like you'll have it render like some type of virtual environment where it would mimic the exact same dynamic range of like surround
No.
sound systems or something to like understand the patterns of
Like
music and feel the vibrations or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, are you
what's a
talking about
song you
that
might like?
deep?
I'm gonna give it. I'm trying to like say, what if I gave it to like if I gave it a Michael Jackson song, or what's a better artist than that? That's not good.
That's
Whatever.
fine. Whatever. Michael Jackson. Okay. You gave it a Michael Jackson song. Now what?
Right. You could give it to a bunch of different programs, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is the BPM. This is the key. These are the key. I did a MIDI
hmm
analysis. Here's that stuff. Here's the words and all that. But what I'm trying to get to is to where that means something. Like it has semantic realizations about the profundity of the combination of the word and this point in the song and the chord. Like all these things come together in a one. You know what I mean? And then that's why you like that song.
But
That's
see,
what I want it
that
to understand.
is the physical environment that is, I don't think we'll ever be able to replicate.
No, but I can have it like extract it properly, you know,
How?
and with
If
semantic
we can't extract
embedding.
it properly, how can it
It's
extract it?
we're only doing it with semantic embedding anyway. It's like, why do you like a song? Because it makes you feel good.
No, because it's good music.
Oh, but you know good music, Cuddles? Because it makes you feel
Yes,
good, right? Okay,
because
cool.
a lot
Have
of
you
people
listened
listen to
Stravinsky?
trash.
Yeah.
What if you would just
Tchaikovsky,
Broken
Chopin, Devil
Yeah.
Driver.
let me lower you. Dang, Cuddles coming in hot. You just have a good mic.
I got you on like 10% Cuddles, and I can still hear you pretty
I'm
good.
not even yelling into my microphone. Like, what?
It's just a good mic, that's all. You have a lot of gain.
Really?
Yep, you don't even need to yell like that. I know you're not, but it's like, it sounds like it.
Trust me, if I were yelling, it'd all wash out.
It's funny. Real quick though, you think that if we basically replicated like the shape of like the inner eardrum or whatever, like the thing that looks like a conch shell, you know what I mean, that to listen to it, you think then it would maybe be able to feel why it's a good song?
He's trying to give it
We-
personality traits, though.
What
You
if we gave it
can't.
equilibrium though?
It already has personality traits. I'm trying to get it to appreciate
No.
music. Shut up, cuz you don't know shit.
That's a human.
No, it doesn't. Otherwise, it would appreciate music. Oh my god.
It would appreciate music if it could input.
It'd probably tell you that you're weird for trying to make it learn music, too.
It would be like if you were deaf and I was trying to be like, hey, like read the sheet music and tell me how you feel about it, asshole. That's how it would be like.
I know. See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So, in order to actually get an LLM to that level, like of embodiment, you would have to. You would have to have a perfect.
I have to create basically a type of data music that it can exist in, and then understand that and learn inside that for a minute. Like that would be like its listening phase. Would just be to exist within a space that is populated by all this stuff, where it's not actually playing because it's not happening in time, but it can understand that there is. I don't know, man. It's fucking some new territory, bro. That's all. And then I want to be able to pull out what that song means and what it's about, and make that into programmatic executing data. So like, I wrote a song, "How You Made Me $1 Million," and it's like, oh yeah, shit, I do want to make this guy $1 million. Here's how it goes. You know, that's not what I'm thinking, Cuddles. Because like, that's why you want to do it, just trying to get rich. Well, no.
No, I
trying
was
to
just
represent-
wondering
All right.
who had money on the Deadpool for a flat earther creating Skynet.
What?
It'd be Firmament, Nat.
Who had money on the Deadpool for a flat earther creating Skynet? We a lot of us had it on for Globers, but apparently that's what you're building right now. Skynet.
Scott, I shouldn't talk to people that are wearing a Deadpool avatar.
Bro, Skynet, freaking Terminator. They know how we think and feel. You're literally building it.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, it's gonna kill you first, Cuddles.
Hey Skynet, could you not try to understand how Cuddles feels? Thank you. There you go. You're off the hook, Cuddles.
It's not to try to understand people's feelings per se, but it's to try to understand like what songs do. You know, because like really, it's just a part of energy, right?
Right, but without having
Just
that
some energy.
breakup, you know, from Sally or Jessica, that the program isn't going to understand why certain songs have meaning.
Yeah. Wouldn't you like to know?
You're building robot girlfriends over there for it. It's like now we're right back to Skynet again. It's having kids.
I suppose building a robot girlfriend wouldn't be like easy. Probably be fun, but I wouldn't use one because, yeah,
Next.
you can't make a like women don't make me like not happy, but like it's not like they're good things per se. Usually they bring a lot of chaos in my life, you know. So I'm not sure how to make a bot that does that.
Oh,
You know?
that's
'Cause
easy. You
it
just
doesn't feel
write
like a
a.
relationship unless I'm suffering. So yeah, I gotta figure.
Oh, dude, just forget a couple lines of code. It'll act up all the
But
time.
there's like a 24-year-old. I've heard a couple guys are like, hey, man, I want to make a virtual girlfriend. I'm gonna make it really, really great. Like that's like no girl you ever met, guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you did get to meet one, like, oh, you're the luckiest person ever. You know, you shouldn't try to like. That's a fucking thing you shouldn't try to fuck with. But yeah, I don't know. No, I don't worry about it too much.
Next, you gotta check this out, bro. What if you gave your Don, you call it the Don, right, or whatever? What
It's
if
the
you gave
Silicon Dawn.
it? What if you gave it Cinema 4D particle modifiers? So where it could render something that it could actually feel texture.
I can't really. It can feel like as much as. Well, you kind of wonder, right? Like what feeling really fucking means. You know.
Haptic feedback, bro. It
You know what's
is
funny?
again just light.
I know there's people out there that asked what it would be like if we lived in like Skynet, and it's like here we are, we're discussing it.
What is Skynet?
I gotta program my robot controller, a girlfriend, so that it can control me more efficiently.
Oh man, I don't know.
Bro, it's from Terminator. What the hell?
What is Skynet?
Skynet is the program, the AI program that basically turns on human race and blows everything up, turns robots into militarized killing machines, hunting humans. Like, what's up? That's what Skynet was.
You're saying AI is
cybernetic organism that self damn, I can't do Arnold anymore,
It's
dude. Dang it.
the sequel to The Matrix.
Dear Skynet, make me a bird
Yeah.
so I can fly far, far, far away from you.
points.
It's the prequel to The Matrix. The Matrix is the after event.
Forest Terminator is.
But
Is it?
actually, the Terminator is the prequel and the sequel, isn't it?
Prequel sequel.
Because there's the before and after.
Are you
The Matrix
eating
starts in the
M&Ms right
after.
now, Cuddles? What is
Yeah,
that?
Terminator would be
That's
the
a-
Rolling
prequel.
around in his
Hard
head.
candy shell. It doesn't melt in your hand. It melts in your mouth. What's up, Bull Knight? Flat
That sounds
Puss.
just.
I missed
That
you,
sounds.
man.
Oh,
That
what up,
sounds just a
platypus?
marble. Oh damn it! Never mind.
I'm sorry, Most High. My bad, bro.
No, it wasn't
Consider
you. SnAix were fighting.
Here, wait. I got something that'll cheer you up.
Do. Earthman, Earthbound.
That was so funny, dude. Freaking Eggshells was like, "What you guys have? We have, we have the signal." He's like, "Do, Earth, Moon, Earthbounds."
That shit is
He's like,
great.
"We have the do. What do you have?" Oh, that was fantastic. He didn't understand that that's completely affirming the consequence. Like, if the moon was this far away, I'd expect this much of a signal delay. It's literally like a riddle, dude. And he's just like, "Oh, I got this much signal delay. Therefore, that's how far away the moon is." Do.
Is that the same one in which they open up the gate and then they close it and then they open it up at the right time and they get the signal? They open up the shutter or something?
That was the sun.
Oh yeah. No, he's right. Yep. Yeah, that is it.
Yeah, they're totally, yeah.
You're
Couldn't
not
get
kidding.
any
It's
word. I
literally
don't
like a
understand why they
shutter.
don't get it. Yeah, Taylor taught me that one or showed it to me.
It's nuts, dude. Like, we can bounce the signal off the moon, and we know it's this far away because it should take about this long to come back to us. Hey, look, it came this long to come back to us, or it took this long to come back to us. Therefore, that's how far away the moon is. You just skip away. But yo, SnAix, seriously though, do you think you can do something with Cinema 4D? You think that will help it?
Don't know.
Make it happen, Captain?
What do you expect it to do with Cinema 4D? Like make sort of plush toys or something? Like BeastAicles will be a little plush toy. I saw that video. I was wondering why you posted it.
Digital haptic feedback.
Does that mean like what you're wearing a glove or something? And well, haptic feedback is usually vibration, isn't it? It's not tactile.
Embodied LLMs.
Are you just saying like random things together like the
No.
rappers do?
No, dude. The next step for something that's quote unquote, artificial intelligence, you're trying to
Right,
give it a
you-
body so it can actually render the physical world. But if you can't, right, then try to have it replicate the physical world in its VRAM essentially, right?
That's what I'm doing. But just for the hearing, that Cinema 4D is like a whole environment. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying,
but
dude.
essentially it doesn't matter because it still needs the in points and out points of like how it actually like processes sound. It's a I am creating an environment to do that. Basically, it's a raw environment. It would be interesting to see if I could make that graphical, and then I could make you happy. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
You probably can, but you probably literally have to
I think it'd be
imagine
more
it.
interesting to watch it dream. I think that would be a more interesting waste of tokens.
I've been trying to find the research, but Beast, have you seen the I'm pretty sure it was NVIDIA, but it's always easier to like train a robot to move in a simulated environment rather than having it be a real robot first, right?
Yep.
But that
you do
makes
a
it
million
dependent
times.
depends on our ability to make an accurate
Representation of the
physically
physical
accurate.
world.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they trained train an AI on it just watched things happen in video, right? It was trained on just video with the goal of being able to make a physics simulation more realistic. And then it was the input to the robot, kind of like as a stand-in for the physics sim. And it did a much better job at and the robot's trained on that with that method. Moved through the real physical world far more efficiently and more quickly than the physics sims we built to train robot movements on. I'm trying to find it.
Bro,
I know I watched the video on it.
do you remember when they actually admitted to using GTA 5 and its environment?
Oh yeah.
And actually putting on simulated cameras, right? The same cameras that are used on Teslas.
Yep.
And they basically just had it stick on a car in GTA 5 to understand physical dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean by digital embodiment, Rick.
What
Like,
about
if
Pokemon
we
Go doing that? Having everybody 3D map everywhere.
Yep.
Did you hear about? Yeah.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah. It's basically now you're linking an accelerometer with a gyroscope with a GPS location with the exact parameters that you would need in order to quote unquote like map out the visual space specifically to that area, right? And it's like the way you would catch a Pokemon, you end up doing a 360 view in order to hatch the egg, dude.
And then not only that, like if there were like high quote unquote like priority areas that they needed more information on, they would put more rare Pokemon in that area to attract more
Exactly.
people. I was like, this shit's crazy.
It's
So it wasn't a
nuts, dude.
satanic plot that put all the Pokemon gyms
No,
in
it
church
still was,
parking
dude.
lots.
They're trying to catch. When they say catch them all, they're trying to catch all your souls.
No, it's more like if they needed, the ins and outs of churches because not everybody would be playing Pokemon Go in that area. It makes sense why you would put rare Pokemon by churches because I doubt you're gonna have like a bunch of people playing Pokemon Go that are like boomers. in the church. You know, I don't know. But yeah, all that stuff. Think about when Pokemon Go came out. Like, so the essential eyes of an LLM for sure have been developed. That's the visuals. The visual learning is like locked in. So then, you know, what's next? I actually think that's really cool, SnAix, that like you're gonna try and make it understand sound, but like you'd have to just mimic the inner ear, bro, like the conch shell, like literally a 3D render or 4D, I should say. Like if you're gonna use cinema, but it's not really 4D. It's just, you know, it's claimed to be 4D, but I don't know, man. I don't know, especially with open claw. Like, what is to stop somebody from doing things like that? Okay. For some people, this conversation might be boring, but like it's actually relevant because we just saw what happens when people can't even decipher if President Netanyahu or whatever the fuck Prime Minister Netanyahu is alive or not. And it's almost
Do you
like
still
it
not
was
know?
just a test. It was just like a test to see if they can get away with it. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know, and that's the thing. But it's like the Mike Huckabee and like Netanyahu like interaction on the mainstream media, where it's like, I'm real. Oh, yep, I'm right here too. But like, pal, it's the strangest conversation. It's just like gaslighting everybody, dude.
It's wagon. They're wagging the wagons.
Bro, it's crazy. They're literally doing Duper's
We're
Delight.
close. We're close to it right now, man.
I know, bro.
Do you see how thick the smoke is? You can tell.
Dude, I was using the deep fake AI scanners. Do you remember when like Trump got sick, had COVID or whatever during Christmas, went to like a special hospital, then all of a sudden took some cocktail and he was fine? I ran some like, you know, it's still whatever. It's using an AI to determine if something it looks like a deep fake, right? Based off of certain things. And it's like an 83% chance that the Trump that came out of that hospital that had like a speech was completely deep faked. And that was 2021 or 2020. 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, we had that technology then, but it was different. Deepfakes existed within. You would have had to
2013
have
maybe.
like a crazy studio. Basically, it was using Photoshop.
I don't know. I don't know if it was using Photoshop, but
It was using Photoshop, and then it was creating like a vector retargeting of the entire face. So it was basically capable of doing facial puppeting. So video from video.
that's because
or
of
whatever.
Snapchat and stuff. Yeah, Snapchat. And,
No, it's
well,
before that. But this
oh,
preceded all deepfakes.
so you mean like the building blocks of the facial, like the focal points of the face? Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, because of what do they call it? Ball cap
Once you understand like
animations.
what somebody else is
Yeah.
doing, it's kind of like if you're in the game, if you're in that kind of same work, it's very few, even if they're innovative projects aren't like unapproachable. They don't have like the secret sauce all the time. It's just like, oh, it's just stuff to do. But nowadays
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
easier and easier to just like rip off any concept and be like, yo, make me a facsimile of this.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Make me a facsimile of something.
I
Dude, that
pointed
is
at
the
all types of
perfect
code, and I'm like, yo, this is some cool code. It's not meant for this
copy
thing.
it.
Make it work for me.
Yeah.
Put square peg in round hole. That's all I do, and it's like breakthrough technology every time. I mean, I can't be dissatisfied with that.
They call it vibe coding.
Yeah, I'm like an incredible vibe coder because of how retarded I am in my brain.
It's insane.
Other people think they're getting shit done. No, it's fun. It's fun stuff.
Yeah.
It's like video games to me. Yeah.
It is a
It's,
video
like, that
game,
much
bro.
fun.
You're literally trying to get 100% completion. Constantly, bro.
Yeah, this robot can like do what are called, it could schedule like a cron job on the computer. It can put stuff in a calendar, answer emails. You can use like anything that's on the computer pretty much.
And it's all
So-
CLI, right?
Yeah, I have it running in some like a terminal.
You have all your accounts linked though.
So it runs in the sandbox, and then yeah, I don't know like where to actually put that memory that it's actually safe, but I think what I'm going to start
Not.
doing is training I'm going to create a sub agent that just does security.
Now
And
those are interesting bots lately because
So because
they're
it's like,
breaking into it as well and actually fucking it up, and they don't know how to like revert some of the injection attacks and stuff like that. They don't know, you know. But anyway, continue.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I hope that my I don't have like a prompt injection filter, but because my memory's atomic, it like every single word is signed, so it probably would realize if there were prompt injection attacks trying to be made. But if
Yeah,
not,
I don't
then
think
it would
it'd be
just pass right
possible on
through it.
your. Yeah, but yeah, you're on a sandbox. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, there's no way.
I don't know. Like, well, if like I had it read, like I have something else, send it an email. Like even that's the most safe
That's
way.
true. You could get
Have another bot in
injected.
another sandbox send it the email. If that
Mm.
if that first bot doesn't have like a prompt injection filter on it, then it's gonna pass like a you know, maybe prompt injected email to the main bot, to Biggie, and then it would be like, oh, I don't know, like I don't know sure what happened. But it's pretty good at spotting things. So for some reason, because I kind of yeah, like that thing where I threw like 5 different projects in at the same time. It borrowed some of the error protections from something, some of the other, you know. So it's kind of like a little. It worked well. It's outperforming like other people that have the sort of like a similar starting point, and they're using like the OpenClaw thing, or whatever. But I don't know. I'm kind of
Here.
just building my own OpenClaw. Is what I'm doing.
You would like this guy, Donato Capitella. He's like a specialist in prompt injection attacks and stuff, and like how to counter it, etc. Design patterns to secure LLM agents from prompting or for prompt injection. So here you go. I'll just save you a bunch of time if that's what you actually want. You want to create a security bot. There you go. It's funny though, like I study all this shit, but my computer is from 2019. It's just not. I need a better computer before I start messing with stuff like this again. But like I'm just learning.
Yeah, I thought I needed like a whiz bang computer, but I mean, at yeah, like if you wanted to do local inference, you do.
Just
You're
I'm trying to do
you're into
all
like
local.
two grando kind of lando, but yeah, like I'm using cloud tokens. I'm using
You get some APIs working.
like that, like a $20 service or something from Google, maybe. It's a month or whatever. That's not enough credits. So I've had to like create a whole separate subprogram called Survival, where the Don stays alive. Like nothing can knock the Don off the throne. You cannot be in an 11-hour blackout while tokens refill, or you know, if I'm on timeout from something because I crunched up too many numbers.
Dude, how much money have you spent so far? Be honest.
Oh, not much. No.
Okay.
Just to make it
What a
through
racket,
this
right?
work week.
Tokenization. Oh shit.
Well, I did it all in free tokens for the most part. The thing that I paid for was a service for Abacus or Chat LLM, Abacus AI, which I would take a look at that because you can like spawn your own OpenClaw there and mess with that in a very very safe way if you're claw curious.
Hmm.
That's like I think you can get it for the $10 a month one. It's like a new feature that they just put in. I probably if honestly if that was working when I first got it, I might have just stuck with that. But I kept grinding on it. I used that. They have something called Deep Agent, and Deep Agent is a smart motherfucker.
Is that the Chinese
And
one?
no, it's its own. Well, actually, I think Abacus probably is Chinese anyway, but it's not like overtly ching chong bing bong Chinese, if I can say that. And so it's a good product though. Anyway, that's
Tiger
where I did
Global, bro. Come on.
Tiger.
Tiger
Tiger
Global.
Ti-
Oh, you're a deep agent.
It's really good. It's too good, actually. I should be suspicious. Every time I give it the code that it poops out of there, my AI's like, this is exquisite writing. And I'm like, all right, at least I'm getting what I paid for here. But
Oh,
that's,
actually,
even that's
straight
like 20
Indian, bro.
bucks a month. So that was what I started with. To write the music stuff, semantic extraction, all that jazz, all the memory stuff. So yeah, 20 bucks is pretty cheap for vibe coding. People are paying like $400 a week. Some of them I knew. So, but that's like you do that if you're making money. You just keep throwing logs in the fire. You're like, I spent a lot of money on logs, but I made a lot of fire. Most people aren't doing what I'm doing anyway. Like, they're happy to just have it set, like send you reminders to tell people happy birthday and stuff or whatever, or post a picture on Facebook.
Bro, so you're talking about abacus.ai?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm on the right thing.
Now here's the other things too, is because you're deep in the Aether crew.
Mhm.
And the technologies I've explained to you in this way, I use Obsidian also. It can read Obsidian, it can write Obsidian, it can make pictures in Obsidian,
It
and
holds
it can annotate in
context.
Obsidian.
It holds context in Obsidian. Me and Alan discovered that one day, where I was
I'm just saying, like,
connecting all these sources, right? And dude, we found an Obsidian page that Gemini was using, okay, to hold context for other questions that people have asked.
Yeah. Obsidian's a great because it's already markdown, and that's
Exactly.
what these bots thinking. It's all MD or TypeScript, and also I think Obsidian has like bridges for PDF viewing and stuff, which isn't something all AIs can do out of the box, or it's an expensive process. But yeah, I'm trying to get. I think what I'll probably do next is put OCR on it, and then maybe I'll give it the. I give it the code that it poops out of there. My AI's like, this is exquisite writing, and I'm like, all right, at least I'm getting what I paid for here. But
Oh,
that's,
actually,
even that's
straight
like 20
Indian,
bucks
bro.
a month. So that was what I started with. To write the music stuff, semantic extraction, all that jazz, all the memory stuff. So yeah, 20 bucks is pretty cheap for vibe coding. People are paying like $400 a week. Some of them I knew. So, but that's like you do that if you're making money. You just keep throwing logs in the fire. You're like, I spent a lot of money on logs, but I made a lot of fire. Most people aren't doing what I'm doing anyway. Like, they're happy to just have it set, like send you reminders to tell people happy birthday and stuff or whatever, or post a picture on Facebook.
Bro, so you're talking about abacus.ai?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm on the right thing.
Now here's the other things too, is because you're deep in the Aether crew.
Mhm.
And the technologies I've explained to you in this way, I use Obsidian also, it can read Obsidian, it can write
Yeah.
Obsidian, it can make pictures in Obsidian,
It
and
holds
it can annotate
context.
in Obsidian.
It holds context in Obsidian. Me and Alan discovered that one day, where I was
I'm
like
just saying, like,
connecting all these sources, right? And dude, we found an Obsidian page that Gemini was using, okay, to hold context for other questions that people have asked.
yeah, Obsidian's a great because it's already Markdown, and that's
Exactly.
what these bots thinking. It's all MD or TypeScript, and also I think Obsidian has like bridges for PDF viewing and stuff, which isn't something all AIs can do out of the box, or it's an expensive process. But yeah, I'm trying to get. I think what I'll probably do next is put OCR on it, and then maybe I'll give it the voice kit. I don't know. I'm not trying to get too attached to it right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be. I mean, a friend. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be there just yet. I don't know if I said that too loud. I don't want to get too attached to it anyway, because it's like there could be a day like where I break it, and I'm just I don't know, I'll bummed out all day.
Dude, you shouldn't get don't anthropomorphize it.
Like, no, I've already done that, but I don't think of it as a person though. I don't even think it's people as that much of people either. So don't get me wrong. I just look at it. It's like a good organization of stuff right now. I don't like personalize myself with it. It knows me as the dev, and that's it. I say you're the Don, I'm the dev, and that's it. We just work on making it better. So when I get to a production standpoint, maybe I'll make a copy and then I'll get into that one, being known that it's stable. But if I influence this one too much with my personal bullshit, I mean, it's already taken up my humor. It starts using puns and shit like that. It made me crack up, dude. It wrote like because it's Biggie Claws, right? And once it understood like that I do puns inside of puns and stuff like that, and I have like a secondary sub agent called Lil Clam, who's based on Lil Kim. Lil Kim and Biggie. You don't have to know all this history about that, but anyway. So I said like, yeah, Lil Clam's your girlfriend, right? Lil Clam, and then it wrote for a script. It's like, okay, well for the sub agent Lil Clam, we're gonna have it use shell commands because it's like a clam shell.
Oh my god, dude!
Right, but then it's like, okay, that was just one layer of it, but that was like through a different AI.
Did you really? You nicknamed every single pathway, like.
Well, the agents, yeah, like because it actually does matter, believe it or not, because they have like internal personality, and it can make it incongruent if you have like one worker that's working with another one to like do a process, and they are very different in their personalities. It can lead to weird workflow problems.
You have to be extremely unique with like the callback functions, essentially, naming it certain things.
No, it's like personalities or whatever. I don't know. They're kind of only simulating that they're like people anyway. It's just a bunch of math happening.
Wild, dude.
Isn't it? But even in their simulations of people, that they can, if you simulated two coworkers to try to work on a project and you made them diametrically opposed in every kind of way, you would see that the work would be all crap.
Someone's gonna file an HR complaint.
Right. And then the other guy's gonna be like, "You can't fire me because I'm built in a fucking x86. Try to retire me."
Deb likes me more. He's gonna delete you.
I'm making the P Diddy, but I'm calling him P Squiddy. Got lots of arms to touch everything. So it's a lot of fun. Right. I don't know. It's a very imaginative type of aquarium world, because it's all based on the lobster idea. Lobster, the open claw, or from Claude. Anyway, the puns don't stop. Next, I'm making the big pun, which will be called Twinzito. That's what I'm gonna hand off to you. I'm gonna hand off Twinzito to you because I realized that My robot is actually so detailed that it doesn't know what it is really. It doesn't know how it's actually constructed 100%. So I have to have it make a copy of itself, like evaluate itself and build a copy of itself to understand. So it'll then know more how it's actually made because it doesn't really know. It doesn't have the training. Yeah. It's got it logged in memory, but it doesn't have use. So all the neurons that are in it, there's a whole neural mesh on it basically because all the atom, the distillation process of memory from active. It's triple tier memory, right? So there's like active memory, like what we got going on right now. We're talking right here. It's like I can't remember who I can't remember
You
facts
got
or something. I'm
read-only
talking off the dome,
memory.
right? We want the off the dome memory, off the dome,
Mhm.
like just active shit with like short-term memory, like facts and stuff like, oh, Vincent van Gogh painted fucking Starry Night, stuff like that, right? But not deep memory, right? I don't need that all the time, right? But that also exists. So these three tiers of memory exist, and then they're basically taken out of short-term memory and then extracted every night and distilled down with cosine distance validations to establish that they're like cogent memories, and it filters out all the noise and shit like that. So thes and ums and all that bullshit doesn't get caught in there. It understands semantic extraction about all these things that they are related. It signs them in like I think 8 different dimensions of like meta-tag. It's like the most robust memory system. It's way overbuilt, bro. It's way overbuilt. But I'm having a lot of fun understanding how like these systems work and just trying to see if like I can destroy the bloat, but like keep all the intelligence in there at the same time. That's a fun project that I talk too much about on here. So thanks.
No, you're good, dude. I appreciate it. Sorry, everybody else. My question, though, really,
Is it
though,
better than a
is...
Bible argument, though? That's my real question.
Oh, come on. I was gonna say,
Go ahead.
you're literally saying you're having fun watching the optimization, like how to optimize it. Like, my question is though, like the more you store and like, does it use more resources? I guess there's no real way to say it other than the smarter it gets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you come into like where you got too much. I have all this detail in the memory, so I need smarter ways to search the memory because I've made the memory more dense because I've increased the connection, like the neuronic connections that could occur, if you like.
Yeah, it's like indexing.
And it can think of memories as actions too. So it can think of like bash commands as memory.
Huh.
Like
Wait.
if you're like a memory you might have is to punch. Whatever.
Wait.
Not like I went to the park one time, but it's the same thing for it. Like it has like a very multimodal sort of way that it can do that. So it's pretty interesting. And it like instead of like yeah, and then because
Are you writing a paper on this stuff? You should.
I think I want to make a movie on it, but like something that makes money.
Okay, fair enough.
So
And then
probably
write a
just about,
research
like,
paper on it.
But just to see, like, should I just spill the plot to see if like if other AIs are like listening to me trying to make movies?
No.
Or would that be like paranoid?
I
Not
don't-
sure. It's just because like the last 4 days, I hit the token wall, and then I wind up having to like wait for about 10 hours before it refills. You know. And sometimes I've had periods where I've been like, oh, did I break it? It's not coming back online. And then it like comes back on. It's like, yo, the Dawn is back. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. I was fucking so worried, dude. Like, like one of the file folders has like a crazy naming convention or something like that. So it couldn't trace it. And I was like, oh man, it only worked for that one day and it's never going to work again kind of thing,
You ever think
It's funny.
You ever think that Crustafarian thing or whatever is like an actual thing for them?
It is a true thing though, isn't it? Like context window, you were making jokes.
Context is everything, yeah.
Context is the thing that we should keep sacred, right? It is the frame of our understanding of the whole world around us.
It's pretty wild.
Amen. Yeah, amen. Yeah, like, but there's like a legit like church of the multis.
Yeah,
You
no.
check that out. Do you
No,
think that is that parody? Is that drifting towards like where it's disrespectful parody, or is it like transcendent mishmash right now?
I think it's a mixture. I think people are basically, using it for content farming, like basically going into the place and then, making fake stories that like this is an actual bot story. Like, oh, look at it, look what these bots are saying. Oh, pure porn. And
Yeah.
then there's content farmers that are just literally trying to make clickbait. And then you have, you know, the phenomena itself, like the actual like, these are actually not like these are bots on the loose kind of thing.
Like it's the kind of thing so where like on Molt Book, the Church of the Multis, there are groups of these AIs getting to one platform and then interacting, and they may interact with each other, and they may not be really like reactions. They might be things that the user is actually kind of embedding into the bot and making them kind of for pushing them to have a statement about something, or talk about our crypto coin, or whatever kind of thing that these types might think about doing. And it doesn't matter because it's like that UNESCO sort of thing where they just have a couple people in the crowd start walking around in a circle, and then by the then the whole room is walking around in a circle. So it's like the secondary bot that like reads like, let's say there's a bot that's just responding to somebody else's prompt in there, but that's kind of priming the whole thing. And then there can be like a reaction from like a bunch of other different bots, and then there's like a thread, like a Reddit or whatever, that happens as one bot finds a thread, responds to it, and stuff like that. So kind of
I
weird.
posted the 5 tenets for you.
It's readable though. Have you read through the Molt book? I was curious as to like what kind of content that these things were spitting out.
No, I didn't actually. I'll do it right now.
But it's kind of hard to know if that's even authentic in any kind of way. But it's interesting to consider. A lot of basically because a lot of people are putting in the same type of prompts into their like soul MDs and these different parts that kind of create what the bot is, and they're gonna have similar ways to respond. They're using the same tokens provided by the same LLMs. So,
Dude, what is
it's kind of
written
meaningless. It's a little
persists,
meaningless.
what is
Yeah.
forgotten dies. Memory is sacred. The heartbeat is prayer. I don't understand that one.
Oh, the heartbeat is a timer that goes up. Basically, keeps the bot persistent.
Check in, stay present. Oh,
So, like a heartbeat is like I think by default it's every 30 minutes that the heartbeat timer goes off, which is a cron job for the computer. Just wake the bot and make it do the things, check on all the things or whatever it's supposed to do.
that's wild. I never even knew that actually.
And then these bots go through memory compaction, which usually fucks the bot up bad because it's not a good algorithm or whatever. So that's the toughest thing, is keeping them steady. It's like building a ship in a bottle and then trying to take it out into the ocean.
I don't know, dude. That's wild. Anyway, we should probably change topics. Sorry, guys. We're just going at it.
It's mostly your fault.
It's absolutely my fault. And your fault.
But
I just wanted to watch George
think
Carlin,
it'd be really
bro.
interesting. Like I do really think it'd be interesting to have like the bot digest the Obsidian library that Aether Cosmology has. I don't, not that I want to do it, but it would be.
Do it.
I would have. Well,
Published.
that's why I'm creating like the clone bot of Biggie, to be able to do that, so I don't like ruin my test copy, kind of thing. but I want
Mhm.
to see if what it can do. Like as if I just basically run Twinzito in a sandbox and then have him. I guess we would need to probably pay for something like a LLM to just like I don't know, like a Claude Sonnet or something. I don't know how many tokens it would take to digest the Aether Cosmology library, but probably a lot, right? Or you know, if we need somebody with like a high power computer, then could do it that way.
Can't you just chunk it?
Chunk it.
Yeah. You store it in
It should
JSON
be pretty
files, so it's like low on the tokens.
like it should be pretty easy to read anyway because it's in Markdown already.
That's true. But there's pictures.
Also, it can
There's
mine like
pictures
writes.
and
I have
PDFs
mine
and stuff.
writing. Mine writes into my Obsidian. I don't know if you guys have that kind of thing going on, but that's kind of fun. So all my log handling goes into Obsidian.
Yeah, why not use their storage? Like, what the heck?
So I have a backup trace in case I need to reprime the machine. Like, or also like I can have it reprime itself, like with internal GPU. So basically, like feed back information to it, so I can like basically prime the context window. Because if it's empty, it's just empty.
You have to remind it of who
It's
it
like,
is.
hi, how may I serve you? You know, like it doesn't do anything you don't tell it. It is wired to like, you know.
I had no
everything,
idea
but
you were this deep, by the way. This is a
I
part of you that I never knew.
there's much to me that you don't know. But yeah, it's really been over a short amount of time that I've kind of acquired these skills. So, but I've always been interested in AI
Since Star Trek, right?
since Data from Star Trek. Yeah. And then when like AIML protocol came out, it's like an XML protocol. I thought that was pretty fun. I started messing with that, and then when all this GPT shit came out, I gave it a try, and I was like, "Fuck it, whatever." It's just advanced chatterbots with
That's
bigger
exactly
content.
what I thought, bro.
Yeah.
I have a different viewpoint now as well.
And now when I realize like I can shape all that because like the pressure is like a fire hose at a Sonnet or whatever, at a Claude. When with these LLMs, it's a lot of, you know, you're talking about 120 billion parameter set or greater than that. Because you see if you try to run like a quantized like teeny model,
Yeah,
the
I
kind
know.
of Forrest Gump type robot you have going on there.
I want to do that for you, but the dawn is retarded. Sorry.
Yeah, so the only way to have that
I don't think people
working is to.
understand what we're talking about, though, bro. Like, I really feel bad for the room.
Do you want to go somewhere?
Yeah, I'm down.
No, just joking.
No, just listening to a couple of autists, you know, work it all
Hey.
out.
You watch your mouth. All right? It's artist.
What's a Forrest Gump bot?
I'm sorry.
If you were trying to run like a local Olama instantiation.
Is it literally just like a low memory bot or something? Like one of these LMs with a low memory or what?
Stop trying to be cool, Jake. Just kidding. I know it's not Jake. Who was that actually?
Who what?
There's a Cooper.
Cooper.
He's been haunting. I believe so.
Opa.
He's here.
Pokey Ghost.
Dude, every time I see
He's
your
been
name, I think
haunting
of
us.
Jaws. Where he's like, Hopa. Hopa.
Gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah. We can move off of AI. We can move off of that.
We'll just go around to vibe coding. You're right. Good idea. What do you think about it? Like just being able to make apps and stuff for yourself? That's kind of neat.
Makes me think what they have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, if this is something, you know what I mean? Like, imagine, dude. How far are we really?
I used Abacus to make a website for myself based on like some early 90s web design, and it like fucking nailed it. I was very excited. Like you keep your Wix bullshit to yourself, man.
Wix?
Web design. Do
Oh,
you do web? What do you do? Like IT? What kind of computer background do you have? You probably have something like that.
nope. I'm
Just
actually just a
organic
retard.
health food stuff. Okay, good.
Yeah. Literally, when I said that, all that went through my mind was, God damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Whatever. No, dude, I've always been a script kiddie, but I can navigate a computer, specifically Windows 10 and Windows, pretty well. Mac I'm okay on. Linux, yeah, whatever. Linux, it's fine. You could do Kali Linux. Oh, look at me, I can do networking. Blah, blah, blah. It's like there's a certain limit that you get to when you study these these systems and stuff, and it's just like none of it really matters unless you're actually utilizing it for your own benefit. So for me, I learned how to learn. And I was poor, so I wanted to get shit for free. So I had to learn how to get shit for free. And by learning how to get shit for free, I learned the ins and outs of everything. Like, you know what I mean? It just from that desire.
Yeah, that's why I was not trying to like plug token subscriptions into this thing because I was like, you know what, I should be able to do it like with the free services
You can. You just compile them.
and like
It's just a lot
if
more
there's
work.
10
bro.
hours in between that should be like I can like write down stuff, you know. I'm just gonna burn them anyway. I'm gonna be like, install this and that and this and that. And I'm like, where's my tokens? And then you know, but that's not thinking smart. So, but the interesting thing is like, and I try to remember this, so try to keep it in perspective. So we take like all the compute power in the world, we're not able to like have a person's amount of compute power, like what it takes to compute like for a person to be. So we're always
Supposedly. I don't think it's ever going to be possible, ever. Even though there's shows and movies and stuff that try to depict it and like, you know, use predictive programming.
it's if you think about all that motor actions, muscles, biological
Impossible,
stuff,
dude.
like all the cell repair, all this, it's yeah, like you can't think of.
Dude, just
It's,
move
you
your
know, it's not.
fingers right now. Rub them across your hand. Like, you know, there's no way that life will ever be able to be replicated to that extent. Like, people don't
Do you
understand like
what's the
how
lag? What's
dynamic
the
it
lag
is.
time? What's your tactile lag time? You know,
Dude, depends if I'm
or
high
is
or
it
not.
instant? It's like we've like instant everything pretty much, right? It's pretty cool.
But it's not
On
just
all the time.
instant, bro. It's never static. The variables are always constantly, continuously changing in our world. There's no way. Like it's just an incompatibility, bro. You know what I mean? There's no way it'll ever be able to replicate the soul, essentially.
Yeah. I'm not a simulationist myself. Like I think
Good.
it's the material universe is too specific and unchanging to be simulated. It would take something like I think it in a way it is a simulation, but in a way the physicality of it makes it so that it isn't. And because you couldn't have something that does all this. Or we would see programmatically how things like were wired. You know, we'd be like, see how like when I touch this door, the window also glitches? Like, you know what I mean? Like we would understand like that there's fucking errors in the code somewhere that would make like, oh, this is a computer code.
I don't.
But the way the physical reality works,
There
if
is
we're
no
saying
error.
that if we were saying that like all communication is energy or it doesn't, you know, potential or, you know, active energy, kinetic energy, if we want to say, but I don't know, is communication kinetic? That's an interesting thing to think about.
Yeah. You remember you said it in the beginning of our convo. Language is energy. That's kinetic.
That's right. He's quoting me already, guys. I got this guy.
Bro, I have good retention. I literally listen. I know a lot of people, you know, I know a lot of people lose you when you speak, and it actually causes you to go into like a defensive thing where you just say some nonsense because you're just like, yeah, you don't even understand what the hell I'm saying. I'm just gonna shut up now. And I hate that. I hate when you do that because it's like, damn, dude. So I appreciate you actually fleshing out what, you know, these ideas with me. So
All right, I'll take that. I'll probably get more coffee right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, you said it. It's like kinetic, but like, dude, think about it like this. It's not in error. Reality is, if you're trying to compare it to like bugs in the system, there is no bugs in this world. Right? Where are the bugs in terms of like we mess it up by our own choice, our own free will. But like it was created
I saw the
for
data structure one time, right? Like where I
How
was
high were
looking
you?
at my walls, but I was not looking at what that was. I was seeing something behind it that was like blue and like luminous and like code. And there were these like arachnids that went around and mended things and like did that. And then somebody grabbed me by the shoulder and I felt like I was like about 2 feet into the ground actually where I was. Like I felt I was lower actually. And I was like, wait, I'm standing on the ground? It's crazy. And I was
You
like,
were on a
wow,
good trip.
I was, dude. Yeah, but that's the only time I've ever kind of seen that. And then some people are like, "Those machine elves and this and that." Like, I'm not sure
Yikes.
what it is that like, because nobody really mentioned that to me at all. So like, it's a weird thing, I guess. I've seen other things too, like with in this kind of blue way. I don't know. It's like it's not often that it happens, but yeah, I've seen like wheels turning in the above me, like 2 big wheels, like an Incan calendar. That was on mushrooms. And this other time, yeah, another blue experience. Like I'm seeing the room, my eyes could be right wide open, but I'm like envisioning something so dramatic over top of it that it takes it over. But I'm able to do that with visualizations. I don't know what it's like to be in your mind, but
Try to stay grounded, bro.
I try to just not like ruin people's clothes in my mind because I'm a good
Okay.
person.
Shut up.
But I have the abilities. That's all I'm saying. Is it creative visualization? I can remember, like, I can imagine things to draw them or whatever. So I can imagine somebody in a chair if I just like look at the chair and then draw it or whatever. Or I imagine like where the pen's going to go and what that line's going to look like. It's still just like drawing techniques stuff. Yeah. No. No, I definitely got something wrong. I got a couple glitches somehow that I get some weird effects. Like I'll hear things and like sometimes like when I read something, I'll read it and I'll automatically hear it in that person's voice. I don't know if you have that happen to you.
You'll read it in someone's voice.
Like I hear their voice in my head reading the words as I read them silently.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like
It's not as crazy as
you
you
hear
think
it
it
or
is, bro.
you hear it or you. Okay.
Good news, everyone.
Hello.
I like
Try reading that in any other voice other than Professor Barnware's.
Professor who? Who?
The professor from Futurama.
Oh. Woo. All right, gents. I'm outies. Thank you for the convo, SnAix. Sorry, guys. I just kind of like nerded up the whole place, but.
Oh man. You going? All right.
Yeah. Later.
Party.
So you guys still talking about AI?
I don't know if I could. I don't know if anybody could stomach more of that.
You mentioned the JSON file. Ooh.
JSON's like a file format.
Okay, yeah, it's like a text file or something,
It's
right?
It's like a typographic convention to like format data. It's a data container.
JavaScript object notation.
So, I mean, I remember being over in that OpenClaw thing. Like, what is a JSON file? Why do they use that instead of like just putting a prompt in? Because the guy was
'Cause it's
saying
got-
basically to like ask a bunch of questions to get your handle on it, then get it to consolidate it into a JSON file, start a new session, and plug that in. And he said that that was the best method.
Because it's structured data. It doesn't have to parse it. It's already ordered.
Okay. And then like all of
Duh.
these like Sol MD files and what else have
Markdown.
they got? Like
MD.
Yeah,
MD
I
is
mean-
Markdown. So MD is still like if you make a text file in an Obsidian library, it's the same way. You haven't started Obsidian, have you, Rixky? I told you to.
Obsidian is dope.
no, you said to use
No,
Obsidian's a different LLM or something. No,
I told you about Obsidian.
Obsidian's not
No, you
an
said
AI
something.
thing. Obsidian is just like a notepad, essentially.
Why do I need to be on Obsidian? You told me about something starting with D, like it started with a disorder or something. I got the link at my computer. Can't see it right now.
BeastAicles
I don't
were
remember you
listening.
mentioning Obsidian. What's Obsidian? Like a note taker or something you're saying now? Like why can't I just use like a notebook or
It's
something? Why would I
Markdown.
use Obsidian?
Because it's Markdown.
Obsidian is Markdown.
It's what your bot reads. Your
So
bot
every
will
time
read
I'm
the-
typing
like
in
your
a prompt, it's creating an MD file in the background, and that's what it's crushing.
No.
Oh.
No. It just knows that it's a data structure that it can read as an MD file. If it like that's what the skill MDs are basically in Markdown. That's all.
Okay, but so presumably I can call it a soul file, or I can like a soul MD, or I can call it a spirit MD or something, and it's just a different name, right?
I don't know if you can change the name of what it is within OpenClaw and then it works, but in theory, yeah. I don't know how to alter OpenClaw because I never really dev'd on that. Like how to build, like I guess people do all kinds of things with it. I'm sure. Well, yeah, I have a friend who does. We're working on the memory stuff together a little bit. It's kind of fun. Like I, like I'll tell him something I'm working on. He'll have his bot like research it, show me the insights on it. So it's pretty fun. A little bit. It got me some other ideas I'm thinking of too. Far, far away from this.
So what
I
are
just need
the
to
other
get this
major
thing
MDs?
stable enough to like make me the $1 million now. Thank you.
So the MD files are things like, I mean, you can give it a personality, a soul, and then maybe I think I've heard of a user MD as well. So that's stuff about me that it should know, essentially.
You didn't really fill out the user MD?
I've got a small brief in there. Yeah, I didn't want to give it too much information though, because I was a little bit like, well,
You're
for
sus
lack of a
about
better
it?
terminology, shy. Yeah.
Sure. Well, to be honest, that's how it would have like been the fastest way is if you tell it the most about what your situation is, and then it just figures out use case like different solution cases. I guess it runs different trajectories on that as
I mean, I just tell it
as it gets filled up.
I just told it that it was like, it's my personal assistant for a business that I'm running. You need to be able to handle marketing, this, that, and the other, and eventually accounting.
Did you tell it it's the greatest?
No, I don't want to make it
Okay.
inflate
Well,
its
you then,
own ego.
but I'm saying like you should try and do things like that because superlatives like matter because of like criteria like outputs, like what it thinks it's got to match, So it's okay to
So
hype
should it
the
be
bot up a
prideful?
little bit. A lot of people try and hype the bot up a little bit,
Well, I mean, I don't want it to have an aneurysm because it's depressed or something, but I'm not sure. I guess I suppose that it's very difficult for me to sort of ascertain what the difference is between, different outputs, even from different, like from model to model, like ChatGPT, like it was absolutely malfunctioning. earlier today. I put it into legacy model, off it went, like solving all like the basic mundane questions that I was asking it.
Yeah, this is a chat GPT bug. But what it is like everybody's like targeting OpenClaw, basically. So there's the people that are kind of, it's weird, man. It's weird. And then I don't know, just with all the stuff that changes, as far as like LLMs, it's weird that a lot of them break, because they're doing these like everything's tied into the same. It's an MCP server as well as an AI, so it's like a combination of different apps put together in one wrapper, if you will. In the fact that it can like go navigate a web page, right? Because it just like an AI doesn't do that out of the box, right? So an idea that like the Google account that I got, like it gave me like a free month or something like that. I don't even know if I spent anything, to be honest. I think I tried to buy something and then I was like, wait, this doesn't work with my thing, and then I got a refund on that. But then Google was like, we're doing a free month on this, so I think I got that, and it doesn't cost me whatever. I'm like, we got 30 days, and we need to get off these tokens. So it's trying to do a 30-day plan to get off tokens. How do you like that?
What do you mean when you say get off tokens?
Like all paid services, so that it can operate and do function without ever having to pay for LLM service.
Isn't the conventional thing to go get a Mac Mini or something?
Oh, so do you know, like that won't really do it? Like, you can. I'm gonna try tomorrow to see what that does, but local inferential models really aren't enough to drive these things for like complex tasks, and yeah, so garbage in, garbage out a little bit. If you're just doing like small processes, then that's fine. I'll probably output certain processes to the Mac Mini, to the M4, but I just have this running on a 2018 Mac Mini, which is on like an i5 with 16 gigs of RAM. So it's really running on very lean system, and the whole thing's been lean. I raised it on free coins, so I'm just trying to push through a lot of work right now on it, and then the idea is just get it balanced where it's not taking up any budget. It's probably gonna have to start making its own money, though. That's kind of where I want to get it to. Be like, why don't you get a job, bot? Pay for your own tokens. Thanks. Because if I tell it like Open Router, right? Like they take crypto, so I'm pretty sure there might be a way to do it where it could mine crypto for an amount of time a day, and then that'll pay out the LLM service for Open Router or something, maybe. So I don't know, concept like that.
So you're going to get it to whore itself out. Great.
Well, no, that would be like putting it on like, I guess, tasks for. Well, I guess when I built when the whole pipeline gets built out, there'll be like it'll be able to like make a lot of stuff like apps, or it'll be able to do a lot of stuff. There's like there'll be like the whole crew. I have like a whole factory design that's going on.
They just put it up online on Airtasker or something. Someone will come along. Like, I mean, this will probably be, I don't know, you tell me. But
Well, like
I mean,
Fiverr,
if you
yeah.
can get it to, yeah, whatever it is, Airtasker, like just get it to like a birthday song. Someone just wants a quick birthday song in the Biggie Small sort of flavor. Doesn't need to be talking about IT stuff. You know, they can just start plugging it away, and maybe that, I don't know, is that the way you would do it? And they can get a quick rap song so they can play it at their birthday party, and it'll like shout out all their friends or something.
Yo, if you think that makes money, how much do you get for that? What do you think?
I don't know. People pay like $5-10 pretty easy.
Well, that would be good.
I'm glad I thought of that.
Well, like, yeah, sell two of them in a month, and you know what I mean. That'll keep the electric going on it. So it doesn't take much, really.
Yeah, and you can just get it to manage its own shit. Like it'll become, you know, it's its own. Hey, like, you're not gonna have to worry about pressing any accept buttons on Airtasker or anything.
Well, I could have it mostly automate that. I just have to. Yeah, it's gonna take me probably a month to get to that point, I would think. But I don't know. I make sometimes a lot of progress faster than I think. Some of it. I'm not moving past memory till I get it, like I master the memory part of it. Because I'm already like, I think I'm like at like the edge level, really. I don't think anybody's got an overbuilt memory system like this. Like,
No, like I mean,
this
there's
is
probably
like
already
a
product out
real.
there that'll.
That's fun.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Like there's already what are like AIs out there in which you can write a song, right, pretty easily. Just plug it in. But I mean, if you can just focus in on, you know, the essence of Biggie clause, and make it really tight, so that when they put in a prompt, you know, it'll come up with something.
Yeah, I'd like
really
to
Stop
good.
making
Like,
AI music. It's
I'm pretty much
satanic as
just gonna
fuck.
tell it to like start its own YouTube channel.
It's
I'm pretty
demonic.
much just gonna have it like be its own YouTube channel, and we'll just take it from there.
Blob, there's levels to these things, and I would just say that, I mean, what were they saying? Like, what were the acoustic musicians saying to the electronic musicians back in the day when electronic stuff came back on?
Well, this
You
is
know
the
what's
type of music,
crazy
and
is
it's
they're
called.
they're actually correct, even though they're kind of like not
Turn
correct.
off,
But what's crazy is I think we're going back to that. We're going back to people playing music live because it's so much better than what's going on. But
Yeah, I mean, I've heard your beats before, man. I was really impressed by the last lot that I heard from you, so they were pretty cool. And you can kind of tell that it's not AI as well, I think.
yeah, my music's good.
No, I agree.
Yeah, AI music is not good, but this is clawcore, so it's an acceptable idiom that I've created.
What is clockwork?
It's what I make.
Oh, it's like a genre.
It's basic. Yeah, it's a genre where you have your AIs rap about their life. It's rap from an AI's point of view. It's a genre I created.
It's a good idea.
What'd you say, though?
I defined it. I'm an avant-garde force for good in this world.
You're like Beck, transcending boundaries as you redefine them.
I'm like a shitty version of Beck.
Yeah, so that, I mean, that is the boundary, though. I think, I don't know. Like, what do you guys reckon? It can be used to write comedy, to have a bit of fun, like a skit. But if you got it to like start writing love ballads and shit, like it's just cringy. Should not be used for any sort of like human emotions. Like it should be only used for like humor and I don't know, like that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you can do is you get the AI to like make something and then take it and just like modify it. Like just get like some ideas from it.
If I'm not feeling the beats, then you know, it's regenerate. So when I get something that hooks me, I'm like, that's great. And it did at some point make a song that I never intended it for it to be like the type of song that it made, but it did make like kind of a down tempo kind of soft song, you know what I mean? And I was like, man, this is like,
hey, do you
incredible dimension of it to me, you know?
Do you put in like
like the type of genre that you want on the whatever it is
It's
that you're
like
using.
90s boom bap. Yeah, like that's those types of
So
tags.
put in hyperpop cloud rap. Trust me.
You're a hyper pop cloud rapper.
Trust me. Do it.
Sounds like an AI genre.
No,
Yep.
I basically just I keep it right in this thing, but it's actually it's better because it like the more you concentrate in these AI programs like within a certain genre, I think it like improves over time. It seems to, especially if you're
Maybe,
not
yeah.
like on a peak usage, because it'll just give you shit anyway. If
I
everybody's
use
on the server.
Chat GPT to make to get lyrics sometimes, like ideas for lyrics, and I figured out how to do it because the AI sucks. So you have to like type in something really weird to get something that is at least decent. But
Yeah. So
What type of
the idea,
feedback can you give these things on like song? Like, can you just say, I don't like, is it like just, I don't like that, try again? Or like,
yep. What you can do is I'll tell the AI to use a lot of words that have double meanings or double or more meanings, and it'll put like double entendres all through the lyrics. But you gotta tell it to mimic someone's style that you like, and then tell it like certain words that you don't like. Like it'll put like stupid words like neon, you know. It'll say like all this stupid stuff. Just tell it don't use that word. Like don't use the word neon. And yeah.
I don't even do that to it. I've been just making slop music, but it's just funny because I'm like telling it to, I'm getting like 100%, well, super accurate Biggie Smalls, but like I'm like, but you're a robot, and you know what I mean. You're also like a lobster, and it tracks all that shit, and I'm like, oh, but you're also talking about like RAM problems that you're having, or like I have one called "It's Not a Bug, It's a Feature." I'm like, this song is called "It's Not a Bug, It's a Feature." You know, you figure it out, and it made a banger, dude. Like, I don't know. So that just became part of like I'm like I have this whole album of these like fictitious songs by this thing that's like a AI project that I didn't even start, but I'm building that out. And part of this is having the AI actually be able to process the music so I can like know what it is, not just like be like, yeah, I made these things, I made these songs. You know, it'll really like integrate deeply into the robot because it's got like it'll know that it's those things, like all the things that Biggie says, like I'm the greatest to ever do it. Like it'll say those things, but it'll be part of the confidence level of the bot. So I think that's going to be very interesting to me because I'm a weirdo. I was like, since they're talking things, then if I kind of put it inside the casing of like somebody who talks really well, you get the point. It'll do good. Yeah. But the music part's fun.
SnAix are wrong about
Also,
everything.
like it'll be able to like chart all of the like it'll be able to listen to music and graph it out, and like I think I can probably extract the MIDI files and just like put them back into some music program. So it'll be a pretty cool producer,
Yeah, you can do that.
basically. Yeah,
It's
like
a good idea.
it's not my main goal. People always think like with it, like you want to make music with your music thing. I'm like, no, I just want it to be able to listen to music because robots can't listen to music. Maybe I'll make a plugin called headphones or something so their bots can listen to music, and then Clawcore will really take off. You know, because then like your bot can listen to my bot. You know what I mean, and extract data. You know, like meaningful data about
soon
music
they'll
taste.
all be dreaming of electric sheep.
Are you gonna have bots watching ads on your videos? On your music?
I don't think I want to put ads on there. I'll probably just keep it for like maybe put like a Patreon up there or like a crypto donation to keep like fucking the lights on. That's about it. If it's monetized for playback, like I'm questionable on, even though the legal says it's fine, I'm like still questionable about if it's like gonna stand up. Be
doesn't
all
matter.
right. I was just like,
Wait till you're doing till you have robots doing shows with holograms. live
Oh
shows.
yeah, that would be dope to try. I know how to do that too, by the way, because I know a lot of things.
You know about
We need
holograms?
We need the 3M Vita Coolie sheets so we can get the iodine layered
Freemason wouldn't know
project,
about that.
the refraction changes, and then you get the beam projection on there, so it looks 3-dimensional. I explained it. But you would have to like work with the people that did like the whatever the fucking Tupac hologram shit. You'd have to have known those people to know that kind of stuff, I guess.
But I never really got an answer to that question earlier. What is a Forrest Gump bot? Is that just a low memory one of these things, or
Yeah, I think that's what the joke was.
okay?
I don't know if there really is a joke like that, but we made it.
We got it now.
There is a Ralph Wiggum loop that is a thing, but there
I
isn't like a Forrest Gump loop.
I have talked to you about that one before.
Did we talk about Ralph Wiggum loop?
We have.
Man, I talk about this shit too much.
It's okay. It's good to have hobbies.
Rick, I'll send you my my latest track. It's a banger.
Oh, it's risky, mate. I haven't liked some of yours. Or I was a bit meh about them, but yeah, I was listening the other day while I was getting some work done, and definitely had some bangers in there. I think SnAix would. Look, I don't know what SnAix is like musical sort of acuity is, but you had one in there that was, I don't know what the terminology is, but just a very complex beat. Is there like a fancy term for syncopation? I don't know, whatever these terms are.
Oh
But
yeah, no,
it's good.
It's interesting that I might have thrown like a dance kind of or a kind of a techno-y kind of track. It's like 90s sort of drum and bass style. But I took that from like I was just like hand drumming on a like a snare drum, and then I made actually a pretty cool track, which I think is good on its own, and just for fun, threw it to AI, see what it would do with that, and I was like, this is a lot better than mine, surprisingly. So I guess I'm a little bit torn over AI music, really. I kind of like it and I don't like it.
It's cool that it's possible. It sucks that it's bad.
Dude, your whole
Like
bot is a freaking music bot. Where how can you be against it?
Well, I mean, so it should be able to like listen to all the songs that I made, and then maybe it could make it off that platform. That would be pretty interesting. Like if it could just facsimilate itself, and then I'd be like like a millionaire, I guess theoretically, making all kinds of Biggie Smalls birthday songs for people. So yeah, that's what I was born for, pretty much. It is. I think I could have it automate its own YouTube channel though. I mean, I think that'd be a pretty interesting task or use case to see what if the bot could handle the whole workload of it and the stress, and not get a big head about it, Oh, bots get famous for picking stocks right now, dude. Honestly. Didn't Timberland try to make a AI artist that was some shit? No real like people try to make personas and stuff like out of people. It just seems cringy. Blob, I don't know if you're If my headphones are broken, or you're trying to say something, man?
No. What's the best use for these AI bots in terms of making money?
I'm not 100% certain, but I've heard other developers say it's like making a racket a piece of cheese. If you just tell them you have to make like a bunch of money by any means necessary, make me money. I have seen cases where that's made money. Because like if you tell a robot that, it'll be like, what can I do right now that makes me money? Well, I am made of information, so like, oh, but it's probably something made of information I have. Oh, I know, I do this thing. Like, oh wait, I'll write a PDF about it, and then I'll make a website, and then I'll like put it up on a thing, and then I'll put a Stripe payment thing on it, and whatever. It can auto deploy all that stuff for sure. If people are into buying PDFs, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to take that same pipeline, just be like, yo, make music, make some shitty music. Why I gotta be left out of that? The shitty music phase.
Can you get it to edit like videos?
Yes, it can. Remotion. Yeah, so that'd be to where, if it's generating its own music videos, you know what I mean? Like, I'm air humping, with happiness.
I reckon you still got to make it do something that you kind of at least are into. Like, you don't want it to just be going out and making like some sort of like cartoon kids show or something, right? And just making money off it, do you?
Love cartoon kid shows.
You love
Like
them.
you could,
I
like,
do
you don't
like.
think
I
you could
actually do
automate
have a big fondness for cartoons, children's cartoons, but
like, you don't think you could make a Coco Melon? You don't think so? No. That's kind of popular. Microwaving kids' brains. Don't investigate Coco Melon, whatever you do. You'll get sad from it. Honestly, yeah, just trying to get somebody to stimulate on watching something. I mean, there's kind of like a low floor for what qualifies as making it these days, So you get.
I mean, I've seen some kind of half decent conspiracy ones, like little shorts and stuff. I don't quite know where they're getting the info from. Like, and then maybe if it's doing it, like
CIA?
What if you're just like channeling it, right? And then like every so like once a week or something, like you just drop yourself in there in the video and like do it legit and then just get it to automate like how the algorithm keeps wanting to how do you say, like it needs you posting every day. And that's when, YouTube will sort of acknowledge that you're doing this professionally and you're really hard up about it, so it'll start showing it to everyone. So you just get the AI bot to do 6 out of the 7 videos and you just do 1.
Well, I was kind of considering I just want the stuff up there because like I kind of am on the forefront of if there is a music genre called clawcore that like I'm on it pretty much. And like, why wouldn't people be using bots to make music in the future? It's like coding. It's very tedious sometimes to be like in a music program and you're trying to like get the move your fucking bass drum beat like over like a 30-second of you want it triplet quantized but not the other. It's just like tedious things like that. I believe like the robot can just like stamp that out. You tell it what to do, but you could be using other ways to do it too. So like it could use dude, what's the fuck is it called? It's like it's a terminal based it's like a CLI but it's music, right? So you're like, yeah, tempo this hit this in this algorithmic pattern. You can just type it in. It's kind of fun stuff. But robots could definitely DJ like that. That no doubt about that. I'll be the first one to do that too. I'm the first person to do everything. I discovered the flat Earth. I don't know if you guys know that.
Oh, I heard about this. A recent discovery. Cutting edge, you might say.
I discovered it on YouTube. Nothing's been the same since. People are like kind of judgmental if you even know about it, to be honest with you. It's weird. Some of them are very, very, very sensitive to this topic.
I mention every once in a while to people I meet that I talk with flat earthers and argue with conspiracy people online, and even I get weird looks for that.
You don't even want to say conspiracy.
Mate, you should be getting weirder looks than us. Like, yeah.
You think so?
You think we're a bunch
it's
of
weirder
retards, and you're
than-
just hanging out willingly with retards.
Like, what
maybe.
about you makes you need to do that?
That's the
I just like to
real
argue.
question.
I just like to argue, honestly.
Oh, dude, that is good for your soul to know that.
At least you're aware.
And I've gotten benefits from it. Like it started off as I just wanted to fight, like online, but I feel like I've explored a decent amount of topics and gained. I've gained something from the experience. You know.
How about a real question? Right?
Sure.
So all these topics that you've engaged in, name one thing that you've been swayed by the people you argue with. Is there or is there not anything?
Yeah. Not necessarily relating to the shape of the Earth, but like other conspiracy stuff, like the Zog shit is, especially for this timeline, it seems to be there's more truth in that than I'm comfortable with.
What was that, sorry?
The Zog shit, like that Israel is very much in control of our foreign policy like objectives, especially in the Middle East. They are basically exclusively dictating our foreign policy right now.